Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's repeated engagements in the United States, including interactions with individuals and organizations linked to controversial Islamist networks, have once again come under scrutiny. His June 2023 US tour, where he was seen sharing platforms with activists and lawmakers associated with groups such as the Council on American Islamic Relations, has raised questions about the ideological ecosystem he is choosing to align with. These interactions now appear even more significant in light of a new political flashpoint. Texas Governor Greg Abbott's official designation of CAIR as a foreign terrorist organization and a transnational criminal organization under state law on 18 November 2025. Abbott's proclamation, which groups CAIR alongside the Muslim Brotherhood, described as its successor organization, imposes serious penalties, including restrictions on land acquisition and enhanced criminal liabilities for anyone aiding the organization. This unprecedented state-level designation has intensified global conversations around CAIR's history, its ideological posturing, its alleged proximity to extremist networks, and its political allies worldwide. In this context, Rahul Gandhi's visible proximity to individuals with ties to CAIR and other Islamist advocacy circles becomes a matter of political relevance and public interest for India. Beyond the US political sphere, CAIR's activities have also directly intersected with India. Over the years, the organization has amplified Hindu-phobic narratives, promoted anti-Hindu propaganda, and supported events such as the Dismantling Global Hindutva Conference, notorious for peddling extremist anti-India narratives. In January 2022, CAIR backed propaganda based on a report by controversial activist Rana Ayub and demanded a ban on the Bollywood film Suryavanshi, calling it dangerous and fascist. Its consistent campaigns include calling for the release of convicted Pakistani terrorist Afia Siddiqui, who is serving 86 years for attacking US Army and FBI personnel. That same year, CAIR released a report titled Still Suspect, claiming the US government systematically discriminates against Muslims. Yet its own record reveals consistent silence or hostility towards Hindu victims of terrorism. In December 2022, CAIR criticized a mobile billboard in New Jersey that merely displayed facts about the 26/11 Mumbai attacks, claiming the truthful display was hate. The duality is stark. While CAIR frequently alleges Islamophobia in the US, it has aggressively nurtured Hinduphobia overseas, particularly in India. Against this backdrop, Rahul Gandhi's associations with activists connected to CAIR's ideological orbit have not gone unnoticed. During his 2023 tour, Gandhi participated in a public discussion with Sunita Vishwanath, co-founder of Hindus for Human Rights, an aggressively Hindu-phobic organization known for hosting CAIR representatives and partnering with the Islamic Circle of North America, another group frequently criticized for extremist sympathies. Moreover, during his 2024 trip to the US, Rahul Gandhi met Ilhan Omar, the controversial US congresswoman known for minimizing the 9/11 attacks as some people did something at a 2019 CAIR event. Omar has built a political identity around Islamist victimhood narratives, routinely criticizing secular governments for actions against Islamist extremists while remaining muted about extremist violence itself. Omar has consistently defended organizations like CAIR and has echoed narratives that align with their political agenda. For Rahul Gandhi, a leader positioning himself as a global torchbearer of liberalism, such engagements, especially with figures who openly support or sympathize with Islamist organizations, raise legitimate questions. Is his international outreach inadvertently legitimizing groups that are openly hostile to India and Hindus? The timing is important. Abbott's proclamation has renewed international scrutiny or CAIR's connections to Hamas. Abbott's proclamation has renewed international scrutiny on CAIR's connections to Hamas, a designated terrorist organization in the US, the European Union, Japan, Canada, Australia, and the UK. Gandhi's association with individuals linked to CAIR's ecosystem therefore becomes part of a broader debate on political judgment and ideological alignment. Governor Abbott's detailed proclamation highlights what he describes as a long standing pattern of CAIR employing, elevating, or associating with individuals later convicted or exposed for terrorism related offenses. Among the most prominent names in Ghassan Ilashi, a founding board member of CAIR's Texas chapter and treasurer of the Holy Land Foundation, who received a 65-year sentence in 2009 for financial terrorism. The list continues with Abdur Rahman Al Modi, who spoke at a CAIR sponsored rally and openly supported Hamas and Hezbollah before being convicted for funding Al Qaeda. Another figure, Randall Todd Royer, a former CAIR communications specialist, was sentenced to 20 years for conspiring to aid Al Qaeda and the Taliban. Similarly, Basim Khafagi, CAIR's former community relations director, pleaded guilty to visa and bank fraud tied to extremist financing. CAIR's fundraiser Rabi Haddad was deported for his role in the Global Relief Foundation, shut down by the US Treasury for Al Qaeda links. The proclamation also named Muthana Al-Hanuti, a Michigan-based CAIR director convicted for illegally accepting Iraqi oil from Saddam Hussein's regime. Sami Al-Aryan, a convicted Palestinian Islamic Jihad financier, honored by CAIR, and CAIR's executive director Nihad Awad, who publicly expressed happiness over the 7th October 2023 Hamas attack on Israel. CAIR responded aggressively, calling Abbott an Israel-first politician and accusing him of fueling anti-Muslim hysteria. The Texas designation of CAIR as a foreign terrorist organization under state law has created a new global context in which political associations are being re-examined. For India, this raises a clear question. Why is Rahul Gandhi repeatedly engaging with individuals and groups embedded in or adjacent to an Islamist advocacy ecosystem that has a record of Hindu phobia and links to organizations now labeled terrorist by a major US state? As the global debate around extremist networks intensify and as CAIR faces unprecedented legal and political consequences in the US, Rahul Gandhi's choices of companions and collaborators abroad will likely attract deeper scrutiny. Whether these interactions stem from ideological alignment, political calculation, or diplomatic misjudgment, the implications are significant not only for him but for India's broader political and security landscape.